Today we'll be making roti, and here are the ingredients: salt, baking powder, flour, cold water, and coconut oil. It's really, the ingredients are fine. It's just the technique that makes a roti a roti. Oops. So we're going to be making this for our friend, and you'll see how much roti this batch can give us. So this is 2.2 pounds of flour. Alright, so I'm going to leave some flour in the container because I'll be using it to flour the countertop, flour here, my rolling pin, and for the rest of the process of making the roti. I'm just going to grind up my salt. This is a lot of flour, so I'm going to use a good amount of salt. What is my arm work? Alright, let's see. Alright, this is not a lot of salt. Let me add some more. Mix the dry ingredients, ensure that the salt and the baking powder have been evenly distributed. The next thing is to add our cold water. You don't want a firm dough, you want a sticky dough. As I say, we're not making dumplings. It's gonna be a little bit too tight. Whoops! Work it in. You have to be careful not to knead the flour too tightly. Hence the reason for a sticky dough, because once we start rolling the mixture, it's going to come together with the additional flour that's added. So you don't want it to be too dense or too tight. So it's very important that you have a clean countertop working with. See, this is why we didn't want a dense dough. So with the flour from the countertop added to it, it makes it a lot more easier to handle. So we're just going to roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, let it get long. All right, so we're going to now separate different sections we're working with. I know for Roti this. Guys, I am not a professional roti maker. This is my disclaimer. I am not Trinidadian. I am not Indian. I do not claim no, I do not claim to be the best roti maker there is. But this is a method that I've been using. It works for me. So feel free to try. Use the coconut oil and brush it up. All right, not too much. Probably put too much in this one, but hey, I'll make it work. Need a bit more flour. Yeah, having a knife is a good thing. All right, so we made a slit and cut it down to the end. So what we're going to do now is just to roll it. Roll it all the way around into a cone. I know this is not the best looking cone, but it works for me. And then you're going to drop this middle part in here, the end part into the middle. And tuck, and tuck, and tuck, and tuck. Then you're going to put the bottom part of the cone, which was the pointy part of the cone, down into the middle. All right, we're going to allow this to set. So we're creating layers for our roti. I'm gonna put it in the jar, in the container. So everything has been rolled and oiled and folded. So we're going to let these sit for 20 minutes and then we're going to roll them out again and prepare them for the pot. Yes, so cover it for 20 minutes and let it sit. All right, so our dough has been sitting for a little while, and all I'm going to do now is just to roll it out. I have my stove on. I'm just going to roll it flat and put it in the pot. The real Indians and the Trinis, there's a special kind of pot that they use that gets it, that does it really, really good. But you know, I don't have that, so I use what I have, and I'm always an advocate for using what you got. Don't break the bank, use what you have. Alright, so it will get better as I go along, but the aim with the roti is to let it stay on for a little while, stay on each side, then you brush. You're brushing each side. And this too helps with layers being added to the roti. Alright, so see, we start seeing some bubbles being formed. So we can go ahead now. And flip this. And oil. Alright, so you're seeing some brown start coming up. Alright, so it's getting there. The roti is coming along. And I use coconut oil to brush my roti. I find that the coconut oil gives it a really lovely taste and flavor. You can use butter if that's what you have. You can use vegetable oil, but I just love the coconut oil flavor on the roti. Alright, so I'm just continuing to flip. And I don't want to oil it too much. So this side seems to have some oil left on it, so I'm gonna probably just brush it a little tips. And be careful not to burn it. So don't let it stay too long, but you still want it to be cooked. So I'm going to go ahead now and remove this one from the pot. So you can use your fingers and press it down, press out the corners. Circle doesn't have corners, but yeah, push it into a circle as best as possible. And roll. Well, these are the best shaped ones so far. I'm going to keep it on low heat and I'm going to start preparing the other one. Alright, so here we have the formation of the bubbles. Keep your flame on low heat, especially when your back is turned. To roll the other one. So here we have it, Genie's kitchen style. This is roti. It is absolutely delicious with lots of layer and flavor. The coconut oil gave it such a delicious taste and it's so soft and nice. Try it out and let me know what you think.